Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Howard who loved writing stories.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world. He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
Welcome to the worst writer in the world with
Me, Howard Long.
It is you and me, the other one.
Yay!
Thank you to the British Comedy Guide for generously hosting this show and several others. The good ones are by us. And also, thank you to our lovely patrons on Patreon. I'm getting that pronunciation right now. All right. And welcome to our two new patrons this week.
New patrons.
Mark Lightfoot and Zoe Armitage Norton.
Woo!
So, Howard, would you like a plot so far?
Yes.
Good. This week's plot so far is by Willem de Vries.
Hooray!
Everyone died.
Everyone?
Yeah, okay. He might be exaggerating there, but I think a lot of people in London died, right, because of the hush. Okay, so everyone died like they drank some spider poison. Someone called Tommy Fitch is a gas.
I mean, it's true.
That is largely what we know about him
But
as well.
an actual gas, not just a really good time.
He makes you laugh. He's hilarious. No, because he was there when the hush happened, and the hush killed his body, but not his gas, right?
Yeah, not his gas.
And now he's a gas floating around in the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in London, someone didn't die in an anthrax attack.
Uh-huh.
He's really taken the time to get the details. The someone was Emily, right?
Right.
She's at home watching the horror on TV. A robot sees her.
Right.
I mean, again, he doesn't, but he scans her house.
Fantastic.
A robot scans her and also her neighbour's cat,
Yes. Who's actually an alien.
who's actually an alien called Eli Scorn. Yes.
Well, it's a very precise plot so far. Long as well.
Not so long. It was about 15 words. We added a lot.
Wow.
Thanks, Willem. All right, let's get on with the episode, shall we?
Yes, please.
So last week we met Emily, who is a human, and her neighbour's cat, who is not a human or a cat. It's like some kind of space cat, right?
Space cat.
And meanwhile, outside the flat, a robot is scanning them and doing an internal monologue about it.
Brilliant.
Okay, which goes like this. Data analyzing reveals several felis catus contained within housing complex. Hostility, SB. Intelligence, DF. Strength, A2ZM recurring.
Penis, LONG. Yeah.
I wasn't sure then. You sound like you said LOMG. So long. Oh my god. So long.
Yeah, that.
So long. So, oh my god.
long,
Oh
yeah.
my god, your penis is so
Yeah,
long.
long is
Yeah.
better than long because
It
it's
is,
long,
because
but it makes you
it's
go, oh
long.
my god, when you say
It's
it.
oh my god, so long. Yeah. Okay,
I'm
so
going to change my name to Howard Long.
long penis. Yeah. Howard Long penis. You should definitely change your name.
All right.
to Howard Long penis.
I'm going to get down to the DD Polly office.
You can do it online now.
Can I?
You can change your name online. Do it. We could do it
I
right
can't
now.
because I've got a Facebook and do it right now. Can I?
No, I mean for real.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I am on the 3rd level. I am approaching door 3B. We're back to that again. I am looking at a wall. Doctor Who's
Don't look
here.
at a wall.
Doctor Who's here. Oh no, he's killing me with a stick.
No.
Turns out it's Doctor Who that killed those billion people. Oh dear, he just did it near a
Went
wall.
around killing 1,000
He
people
just
near walls.
Near each wall he saw. He's like, okay, I'm going to see a wall. I better kill 1,000 people. Otherwise you couldn't
Get
be
out
sure.
of the way. Get out of the way on this wall. I'll get you. And then just
Yeah,
kills
bash,
you.
bash.
I
Yeah,
saved
you couldn't
I
be
saved
sure.
you from death by war.
Yeah, death by Doctor Who instead. Well, I mean, there's no way he could find 1 million walls, all of which caused 1,000 deaths. In the whole universe, you could never find that many precise wall deaths. Right? Unless he did it himself. Unless he's like, I'm going to see a wall later on. It's just a regular wall, but I'm taking my nail gun with me. Taking my nail gun, it's got 1,000 nails in it.
1,000 nails.
Precisely 1,000 nails.
You do that quite a lot, don't you?
That's my hobby. Don't worry about it. Don't ask me any questions.
1,000 people died today next to a wall with nails in their faces.
This man was seen running from the scene into a blue box which span around and disappeared. Again.
Reappeared in outer space, span around a bit more.
And then appeared near another wall.
Yeah, well, 1,000 people died shortly thereafter from nail-in face disease.
Police are baffled.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right. We are completely baffled. We think
He's probably that Cyberloon.
I was gonna say, we suspect the Cyberloon. We think he's come back with his drill. But did you say it was nails? Yeah, but you drilled nails into it. Drilled nails right in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've been quite obsessed with drilling ever since that Cyberloan. It's certainly true, but you can't trust Cyberloans. They're bound to come back sooner or later. I've been wrong 1,000,000 times, but I was getting it right in the end.
Yeah.
Keep saying it, got to get it right eventually.
That's true.
Not if you're saying. I think every crime is a cyberloan using a drill, because A, there's no such thing as a cyberloan.
Right, yeah.
And B, it's almost certainly not that.
No, because there's going to be eventually. Because it's that monkey's typing out Shakespeare, isn't it?
Yeah.
If enough people get nailed in the face, eventually a cyberloan
will turn up and drill them. Right, so the robot has made it all the way to the door. Okay, all the way to the door of Emily's flat.
Right.
Meanwhile, inside the flat, there was another knock at the door. Cornelius jumped visibly. Meow, it's one of them. He arched his back and stretched out his legs in anticipation of some action. Emily brushed the hair from her face, took a calming breath.
I thought she only had hair on her head.
In her ear.
She got a hairy face now.
She's got a hairy face.
Brushing her face.
Emily brushed her face.
Can I brush my face before I open
Hold
the
on,
door?
I'm just brushing my gorilla face. Okay, I'm coming now. Don't kill me. She brushed the hair on her face, took a calming breath and moved to the front door. Don't open the door, whatever you do, insisted Scorn as he made a tactical retreat under the dining table. Emily placed an eye to the spy hole. Outside the door was a huge tank of a man. Make your mind up, was it a man or a tank?
Tank man.
A man.
I'm tank man.
I'm a man, but I've got a big gun coming out of my chest.
I got bit by a radioactive tank.
Yeah, that's right. And I got the power of a tank. I'm having big tracks on my wheels.
And I've always got men inside me.
I've got men in me. I've always got 3 men in me. Outside the door was a huge tank of a man. A thick tree trunk neck and an enormous head with cropped, mousy brown hair.
Doesn't sound like a tank to me. They don't have trunks.
They've got tree trunk necks.
That's elephants.
And an enormous head.
Elephants have
A
trunks.
big head and a trunk, that is an elephant, yeah, you're right. Massive ears.
All grey, scared of mice. Flying around.
Living in Africa or maybe India.
Yeah.
She frowned. Once again, the man knocked. Emily placed the safety chain on and pulled the door ajar. She peered through the gap and got a better view of the man. He wore heavy biker boots and was carrying a helmet.
And his name was Arnold.
Underneath his jacket, he wore a string vest. He was considering running for governor of California. He had just recently foolishly said yes to a film called Last Action Hero. He peered back. Hello, she said, looking up at him. The man seemed to think about this for a few seconds before replying, How do you do? How do you do? He smiled, revealing a set of impossibly perfect teeth. Svetch not at home. I am a good friend of his from the olden days back on the farm.
The farm? Brilliant.
Back on the farm where I used to ride me bike around, me motorbike in circles, and he used to beat pigs to death with a hammer. Do you remember that? Oh no, you weren't there. Okay, yeah, but I like farms. Can I come in? I won't kill you, I promise. I'm not planning to kill you. I've got a cat. I'd like to look at your cat. I won't pull its head off with my hands. No, I won't do that.
With this drill of mine.
I won't drill your cat. I promise.
No, it's going to drill it. I'm just going to look at it with my drill.
While holding me drill. Yeah. But I promise I won't drill anything.
I'm going to drill you. I'm not. Why would I murder anyone? It's not like I'm a robot in disguise as an elephant.
Come from the future to kill you. No, I'm not that.
I'm not an elephant in glasses.
I'm just a regular person that looks a bit like an elephant, and I'd like to come into your flat, please.
Okay, then come right in,
Hey,
Doctor
okay, that's
Who.
fine.
Oh, come on, Doctor Who.
Come in, that's fine, yes. I see nothing wrong with this situation. So I used to, I knew him on the
On
farm.
back in the farm, when we were robots together.
That's right, we grew up as little robots together.
Drilling cats in the head.
Drilling everyone to death. This guy was weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid Tommy didn't come home last night.
Oh, fucking hell.
When do you anticipate his return? Good heavens, we have such a lot to catch up on, and many hilarious anecdotes to tell. I'll tell you what now. When we were boys on the farm, one day, we woke up quite early, and Tommy said,
What did
do you
you
want
say?
to go and drill something?
What did you say?
I said, yeah, I like drilling.
What did you go and drill
So
then?
he said, oh, okay, let's go and drill a cat.
Okay.
I mean, I'd never drilled a cat before. It was my first,
no, it's
but I have to say I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it a lot.
It's probably best if you don't come in.
So I drilled this cat to a wall,
Okay.
and then I killed 1,000 people.
Okay.
And then this man called Doctor Who arrived and said, "Oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that 1,000,000 times."
Doctor Who.
Doctor
I know
Who.
Doctor Who. I used to
Doctor-
travel in a TARDIS with
yeah,
him.
Doctor Who came and said, "I like that idea. I'm quite bored. I'm very old, and I'm going to live basically forever. I think I'll spend the next few years killing 1 billion people in increments of 1,000, and each 1,000 will be next to one very specific wall.
That's right. And I'll go, but before I've done that, I'll go around telling them all that they're going to die one day.
I'll ring them first.
Then I'll be the person
Yeah, I'll
that
call them.
killed them.
I'll ring them. I'm going to say, oh, hello, it's Doctor Who. It's Doctor Who. I'm coming to kill you next to a
coming
wall.
to kill you.
I'm coming to get you next to a
You know,
wall.
everybody dies. Everybody dies.
And I know that everybody does, but mostly you.
Mostly
Mostly you and
you
you and all your friends and family.
next to a wall, drilled by me.
Drilled to death by me.
Everybody, you saved a lot of people today, but everybody,
right, yeah.
eventually, everybody's going to get drilled to death next to a wall.
What, Professor?
I'm working
Nothing.
my way
Nothing,
around
don't worry
it.
about it.
That's right. So you might
Nothing,
think I'm bad.
nothing.
You might think I'm bad for drilling cats, but I could be that Doctor Who fella. He's much worse. He's always drilling people to death next to walls.
Okay, good night. Goodbye then.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks for coming round. Bye. You seem
Meow.
like you are definitely going to drill my cat to death.
Okay, see you later.
All right,
Milk,
okay.
milk.
Milk. Emily considered the strange little man. He was massive before. He was a tank before. Now he's a little man. Emily considered the strange little man before her. He smiled sweetly back at her. Where did he get that accent from?
Island.
Brussels? Poland? Ireland? I mean, to be fair to Emily, I'm not doing a very convincing Irish accent, but I wouldn't have thought anyone would suspect it of being Polish. He's usually here. I was worried he might... She stopped herself mid-sentence. If this was indeed a friend of Tommy's, she didn't want to worry him unduly with talk of terrorists and the anthrax. Or the manthrax. She didn't mention the manthrax. It wasn't necessary because, she'd only made it up earlier anyway, and it didn't really exist. She didn't want to worry this friend of Tommy's by explaining what she thought manthrax was.
Yeah.
If he was a friend, and not, which she couldn't help feel was more likely, a psycho killer.
Oh my God! Right.
She's very
That's
relaxed
far
if she
more
thinks
likely,
he's a
isn't it? Yeah.
psycho killer.
It's far more likely this person coming around
Yeah.
saying is my friend Fitchy now, on a farm, is a psycho killer.
Maybe she's a racist. She's like, hello, I'm a friend of your landlords. Psycho killer?
Weird Polish man.
You must be a psycho Polish man. I'm actually from Ireland.
In your green clothing. with your shamrock on. Get back to Poland.
Double racism.
2 for the price of 1. Well done, Howard. No idea when he'll be back. Sorry. Oh, this is indeed a shame. May I come and wait for his return, and perhaps have a mug of your tea? And eat a lovely cucumber sandwich. He finished and raised an eyebrow.
This is a great scene. This would be a great scene.
You're not from around these parts, are you? She replied, half laughing and dropping her guard a little.
Oh, right.
And then it goes into the robot's head.
What goes into the
It's
robot's
got,
head?
well, we're going to hear what's going on in the robot's head.
It goes in the robot's head. That clown from Stephen
Yeah,
King's
exactly.
It
Goes into the robot's head and kills children. All right.
All those children he's got in his head.
Yeah, exactly. No, inside the robot's head, we hear
We hear...
female I thought it said female suspects. I am not from this planet. Well, it does say form, but suspects is not a noun here; it's a verb. So I was confused. I was thinking female suspects. I am not from this planet. It's,
Suspects.
yeah, female suspects. I am not from this planet.
Oh, right, but she doesn't really.
Oi, I'm informing her that I am. This is brilliant. Oh, she suspects I'm not from this planet. I am just telling myself that I am informing her that I am. Just thought I'd got a bit of a narrative in my head.
Yeah.
Got a bit of a narrative going on. She is claiming never to have doubted my origins. Available information suggests I have made a fundamental error. Oh dear. Self-destruct.
We're going to spin around.
Yes, I have made a fundamental error. I'd better self-destruct. Oh no, hang on, I'm not a Dalek. Okay. I am disguising my lack of Earth geographical knowledge with humour.
Right, okay. What?
She is laughing.
Oh, what? You've made a joke.
You're not bothering to tell us what the joke is.
I just made a hilarious joke.
I just made
and
a
everybody's laughing at
It's
it.
the best joke anyone's ever heard, and she's dead from laughter.
Shit me. I've killed the whole world.
Oh my god.
My joke was
There's-
that good.
There's only me left, and just me and me joke on the world.
Would you like to know what it was?
Do you want to hear it? It's about a chicken and a
A
road.
robot chicken walks across a robot road. Why does it do that?
To robot get to the other robot side. Oh dear, everyone's dead. Either it was me joke or me gun. I'm not sure which. No, I am disguising my lack of Earth geographical knowledge with humour. She is laughing.
Piss comes out of her. I'm that funny.
I'm that funny. She is reviewing me on iTunes. She says I'm so funny it made her wee herself a bit.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what iTunes is or how you can review robots on there.
She's given me an Amused Moose Award. I don't think it means much, but I'll take it.
Absolutely. I've gone through my round of the Amused Moose Comedy Awards. I'm in the semi-final, but apparently so is everyone else.
Apparently there's 100 semi-finals. I'm not sure mathematically how that
I
works.
don't know how it works, but apparently it does. She is laughing. Brain scan suggests she is merely being kind. She doesn't really like my joke. I might have been wrong about it being the funniest joke anyone ever told. My brain scan says it was a rubbish joke.
Seems like perhaps that this Amused Moose semi-final position is
Meaningless.
not really worth much.
If you can hear some noise in the background, that's because this week we're recording in Bomb World, which is a supermarket near where we live where they sell a lot of bombs.
Yeah.
And we thought, hey, why don't we go down to Bomb World? Didn't really think it through though, did we? Because it turns out they make quite a lot of noise at Bomb World.
Yeah. They don't just sell them here, they set them off for some reason.
Well, they're just not very safety conscious.
Yeah.
So there's just loads of people who work in Bomb World walking around with matches and petrol and things.
Yeah,
It's a really
and, like,
dangerous place.
Fishing wire.
Why is that?
Because like if you're in the jungle and
Yeah.
you want to set a trap, you can attach it to a grenade, and then when someone walks past it, it will explode.
It'll blow someone else up.
Yeah.
That's a good trap. Like a really long fishing wire
Yeah.
as a tripwire, and you put a sign up. So when after you pull it, you hear a really distant bang.
Yeah.
And then you put a little sign up saying you just killed a kid.
Yeah.
I hope you feel guilty
Yeah.
with a picture of the kid with a bomb around his face. This is what you just did. That's a new kind of torture porn kind of movie, isn't
It's
it?
like Saw.
Yeah, exactly. Where you go just trying to make people feel bad, but instead of hurting them physically, you just keep making them accidentally murder children.
People, yeah, brilliant.
And you're never sure if it's real, but in the end, it turns out, yeah, it is that all those kids are actually dead. In the end, you have to go to prison.
Yeah, you do.
In actual fact, it is here in the UK, where we live in London, it is the 5th of November.
Yes.
But
Weird time difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because if you're in the States, it's probably a completely different date.
Yeah, or in England, to be honest. But I hear you say to yourself on that train, the 5th of November is nothing special. Why have you got fireworks? It's not like it's New Year or Christmas or Independence Day, is it? And that's true. But we celebrate the 5th of November because 400 years ago, a man tried to blow up the king and failed. So now, every year, we set off fireworks to remember that time a guy basically did nothing. Right? And that's it.
It's the thought that counts, isn't it?
Yeah. We appreciate the the thought of regicide so much in the UK that anyone who thinks about killing the king gets a day.
Yeah.
Right? And then we have fireworks on that day. But weird thing, so far, in all our history, only one man has ever done it. And his name was Guy Fawkes, and he was a fireworks salesman.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? You've got to have a good job, or like try and kill the king in a really good way. Because if you try and stab him, what's everyone going to do on that day to celebrate?
Stab each other. So at this point in the story, we know Doctor Who and Ace went for dinner. Okay, so they're off somewhere in space having dinner.
Classic.
Emily is making friends with a killer robot from space. Right? And while they do that, the prose switches to this. The 4 planets, Pretoria, Kakahusha, Jafar, and Pretoria Sava, were populated by the rich, famous, infamous, and super trendies.
Yeah.
That's trendies who can fly,
Yeah.
shoot lasers out of their eyes.
Yeah. Spin webs.
Lewis, I'm a super trendy. Do you like my new jeans?
Mr.
The firm's main headquarters were based on Jafar in Haijundi City, and consequently manned by the best-dressed federal agents in history.
Wow, I mean, this has really just turned into like one of those really bad science fiction books you pick up and put down after 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Why are they throwing all these
Loads of
stupid
made-up
names
words.
at me?
It was brilliant there. There were some brilliant people there.
The capital city of Flubaluba. The Spongdungle Tower stands and firm.
Haijundi City was the original settlement of Jafar, and as a result was an eclectic mix of office blocks, individual market stalls,
And jam. Probably more eclectic.
yeah, that would be. Individual market stalls is weird though, because it sounds like they're not part of a market. Just like you've got a load of office blocks, but every now and again you just find one guy selling cucumbers on his own.
Yeah, that's what it means.
I hope so.
That's why it's so eclectic.
That is eclectic, yeah.
That's what eclectic means. That's the definition if you look it up.
Yeah, solo.
Office blocks and cucumber salesman.
An eclectic mix of office blocks, individual market stalls, housing, and plant life. Oh my god, it's plant zone. Oh no, the killer plants. Oh my god. Brilliant. Nowhere else on the planet could you exit a skyscraper surrounded by forestry. Start that sentence again, I didn't read it very well.
Yeah, it went very well either, but anyway,
Yeah,
I didn't start again. I didn't go back.
Now's your chance. Nowhere else on the planet could you exit a skyscraper surrounded by forestry. And it does. I know it means the skyscraper is surrounded by forestry, but it sounds like you're exiting surrounded by forestry. Like all the trees are following you. Like, oh, I think I'm being followed.
It might mean that because of all the plant life.
Yeah, maybe.
Nowhere else on the planet could you like exit a skyscraper with your friend Fred Vervoid.
With John Tree. Hello, John Tree. Do you want to come for a walk? Oh, yeah, I'd love to go for a walk. Look at my tree legs.
Seems like somewhere else you could, maybe like the other skyscraper. Because there's quite a few of these.
Yeah, it does say on the planet as well, but here, no, there's more. Nowhere else on the planet could you exit a skyscraper surrounded by forestry to discover an oldie-worldy barterer's market crammed between an original... No, I was trying to correct as I go, because I don't always want to like draw attention to your weird typos.
Brilliant.
I think it's not funny enough to do that.
Right.
But I'm confused by this, because it says crammed between original brick houses. So first I was thinking, okay, I'll just change to an and then I'll be fine, right? An original brick, and then it went houses and I lost it.
Yeah.
So I guess the just shouldn't be there. You probably just like hit it by accident.
It's probably supposed to be 8 or something. It's probably an amount of houses.
All right, we'll go with 8.
On the keyboard, what's the number above the A? There isn't one.
Q.
Because it's QWERTY you up along the top, isn't it?
Q. We'll say 8. We'll say A means 8. So to discover an oldie-worldy barterer's market crammed between 8 original brick houses and modern-day strontium apartments.
Strontium?
Do you like my strontium apartment? I bought it yesterday. It's good, isn't it?
Made from purest strontium. Is strontium a thing?
Let's learn.
I feel like I didn't make strontium.
No,
I'm
I feel
sure
like it's
the
at least a
strontium's
Doctor Who
gotta
thing,
be
if not
Doctor
a
Who.
real thing. Is a chemical element, atomic number 38, alkaline earth metal, a soft silver-white, yellowish metallic element that is highly reactive chemically.
Yeah, you want to build your fucking apartment out of strontium. It's soft metal that explodes. Great.
Do you like my house?
I'm going to go live in the
Do you
brick.
like my sagging house? Don't go too close, it might explode. right, so in the last section, we basically had a description of a space planet.
Wow.
All right, but we don't know what's going on yet, so now, hopefully, we're going to find out. At the hub of all this lay the biggest building in the galaxy, that of the Firm. And when it says Firm, it's always in capitals, by the way, listener. You won't know that, but I'm trying to communicate with that with my voice. But just to make sure you understand, that of the Firm. It towered imposingly over the hustle below, like a seamless, shining black monolith, which almost touched the clouds.
Almost.
Not quite. It always held back. It always like, no. It was just teasing.
It's aware that people are
no.
watching, you know.
Yeah.
So this is illegal because lots of other skyscrapers have got in trouble for touching clouds.
Yeah, recently there's been a lot in the news
Yeah.
about inappropriate touching of clouds.
Firm building. Stop touching those. Not thinking of touching those clouds, are you, Firm building? There's a very good reason we didn't give you arms.
Because you're a building, and buildings don't have arms. That's a pretty good reason, right? So stop touching the clouds with your arms. But on a planet with so many suns, it cast no shadow.
Wow!
Brilliant. Because there are a million suns in this. Basically, the sky is just all suns, so there's no such thing as a shadow here.
Do planets have suns or do suns have planets? That's a good question, isn't it?
That's a deep philosophical question. Do I have a dad, or does a dad have me?
Well, I'm just thinking about it all of a sudden because, like, we go around the sun, right? I remember in Star Wars thinking about now there's two suns, and it's like, well, how does that work then?
There is such a thing as binary systems, though, right? Where there are two suns caught in each other's gravity. I think that is a thing that exists.
I did read recently that they found a rock that keeps going around us and the moon in a kind of circle of 8.
That's not that impressive. I found loads of rocks. I found one yesterday in my garden.
Yeah, but not flying in a circle of 8 around the moon and the planet Earth.
No, it is flying in circles around the sun. Right? Absolutely. And the moon was flying around it in circles.
Yeah, well,
so shut up. All my rock, every rock I've ever found is flying in a massive circle
Not
around
a
the
circle
sun.
of 8, though. Not like this rock. Okay, well, anyway, regardless. So you reckon there's binary systems, but are there like infinitely systems where like there's like an infinite amount of suns where the planet's somehow circling all of those suns?
It's going in a figure of like kind of weird wiggly lines. I don't know. I've not been to them. I suspect not. Deep within the bowels of the structure, Job paced nervously. What structure? Oh, the building.
The Firm building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deep within the
Job.
bowels of the Firm building. You want me to pronounce that Job?
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it, right?
I haven't got a Job. I don't go to my Job. I don't go to my Job every day and do my Job. What are you doing? I'm doing my Job.
All right, Job from the Bible, then that guy.
Deep within the bowels of the structure, Job paced nervously.
Yeah.
His sparking, studded boots clanging on the metallic floor of the Firm nerve centre.
Strontium floor there.
A client was in trouble. Job had just received a report that one of Green Eye's droids had been detected upon the Earth, meaning once again that the elusive criminal had tracked Fitch down. Have we met Green Eyes yet, or is that someone's been mentioned but we haven't experienced that
Someone
character?
we've not met yet.
Okay, I
We've
know
met
I've
him
heard
in
the
Doctor
name.
Who history, though.
Oh, okay. Oh, because he's the master.
Yeah, he's the master. Because at the end of the Survival, he's got green eyes. You see, so I was like, it'd be like a secret, a little nod so people can figure it out. Doctor Who people can figure it out.
Right. Denny, his computer wizard of a partner, unplugged himself and swung his chair round to face his peer. So Job and Denny are going to need voices. Are they good guys, bad guys?
They work at the firm.
And is that a good or a bad organisation?
Well, I mean, it's protected by the Council of Planets, so it can't be that bad. It's not,
So they're good.
it's not evil.
They're just regular kind of bureaucrats. They're not.
Well, aren't they fighting Green Eyes? Who's a bad guy?
Okay.
It's good. At some point, it'll tell you what firm stands for. I mean, I could tell you right now.
Go on then.
It's the Federation
Yes.
for Intergalactic
Yeah.
Relocation
Monkeys.
Monkeys
Relocation.
and Masking.
You ran out of ideas, didn't you? You were like, what is it? The Foundation?
The Federation
Federation for
Intergalactic
Intergalactic Relocation. That makes sense. And
Masking.
masking. I don't know what the shit that.
Well, when you relocate,
Monkeys would have been better.
we know what masking. What is the idea? What is masking? What is
It's a type of tape that you use when you paint your walls.
No, not that. Like if you put a mask on, what is that?
It's disguise.
Yeah. So they relocate you and disguise you. So what are they? What are they? Can you guess from that?
They are a witness protection program.
Yeah,
Okay.
they are. Yeah.
Intergalactic witness
But I
protection.
wanted to have an acronym,
Yeah.
and so I was like, oh, can I make it work? I'm gonna make it work. Masking.
Masking monkeys? No, not monkeys. That doesn't make sense.
Not monkeys.
No. Should have gone with monkeys though,
Should've
and then thought of an acronym for monkeys. Making other
Naughty killers
killers.
eat yogurt.
I was trying to
Sexy.
believe it was someone else, Making other naughty.
Nice. Making.
It doesn't matter. Why am I trying to think of an acronym you could have used for monkey? So that then you could have called it firm, but the M would have been a second acronym. I mean, that would be a great thing to do. Where you go,
would be, yeah.
they're called the Federation for Intergalactic Relocation Monkey. What monkey? Oh, monkey is an acronym. It means.
Yeah. All the words are other acronyms.
Right, so we are at the firm, Howard,
Nice.
and at the firm, two firm officers are talking to each other about Fitch. Relo Fitch not responding on any frequency, Job. Could be he's unconscious, or it could mean he's just submerged in water.
So if you get wet, then basically they can't locate you. It's a bit rubbish, isn't it? You could be having a bath. Well, we've lost one of our witnesses.
He's either dead or wet.
Well, he's in a bath. Having a bath. Could he be dead or
Dead or wet.
he could be dead in a bath?
Oath's got a lot of the stuff that affects the reception.
Oh, great.
I really don't think there's much cause for alarm.
Right.
This Fitch is quite a wily sort. He's quite wily. He's evaded Green Eye's minions before. I'm sure he can do it again.
Yeah, that's a good reason. Yeah.
He's not been dead before. He's never been deid before, so I'm sure he's not dead now.
Yeah.
But we just shot him in the face. Yeah, but he's never been dead before. No, but like 12 bullets in the face. He's never died before. We've never shot him before. That's a big important factor there. You're focusing on the wrong thing. All right, so here comes Job. I just don't understand how they keep finding him so frickin' easily, swore Job. I've been doing this job for nigh on 30 years now. Never in all my time have I had such a problem case as Fitch. How does Green Eyes do it? Aside from us, sure, only the heads of firm have access to the Relo's whereabouts. That was a confusing sentence, was it? I'll say it again just in case you didn't get it the first time,
Yeah.
Denny. All right. Aside from us, sure, only the heads of the firm have access to the Relo's whereabouts. No, it means nothing. You tell me what that means.
Aside from us, sure. Only the heads of firm have access to the Relo's whereabouts.
Yeah, got any insights?
What? What do you want to know?
What does it mean? What does it mean? As far as I can tell, it means nothing.
Well, aside from me and you, Danny.
I wasn't with it that far.
Okay, only the heads of the firm,
Right,
the
managers.
Federation for Intergalactic Relocation Massing, have access to the whereabouts of the Relos, and the Relos are the relocated people.
Ah, okay.
So only these two people and the heads of the firm know where anyone is. So how do they keep finding out? Is there a spy in the midst, a secret spy telling?
Then, Job, my dear, one of our foam heads must be leaking. He joked. I'm sorry, that was totally inappropriate. And kind of weird. Okay, it's kind of weird, right? I probably should have thought about it before I said it, and then decided not to say it. In the future, I promise I'll think about things before I say them. By the way, you got a nice penis. Wait a minute. I didn't follow my own advice. What did you say? Nothing. Don't worry about it. I did not say nothing.
Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Worst Writer in the World.
With me, Howard Long,
Yes,
and
yeah.
him, the other one.
That's me, the other one, yes. If you would like more free stuff by us, then go to manbycow.com/free to get some samples of stuff that we give to our secret gang on
And
Patreon.
how are you spelling the word free?
With an F.
Ah, good.
Yeah. The regular way,
Okay.
basically. Talking of our lovely patrons on Patreon,
Oh, yeah.
we would like to continue with our shout out to all of them with the following people. So thank you, big, huge thank yous to Keone Morell,
Peter Lupton,
Matthew Lodge,
Gareth Jones,
Indiana Summers,
Willem de Vries,
yes, Freya Mans,
Nick Darnold,
Mitchell King,
Tamara Jordan,
Andy Lockwood,
Jonathan Mooney,
Stuart Trehorn,
Dan Richards,
Leslie Ann Lewis,
Graham Powell,
Matt Blackburn,
Simon I. Bison,
Lloyd Torrey,
Gareth Preston,
Stuart Smith,
Dave Hart,
James Wheelwright,
Brick Tire Iron,
Specty Jim,
Samuel Pickard,
Tom Long,
Tom Moore,
William White,
David Spencer,
and Brian Bernardini. So massive thanks to those people who make this show and all the other stuff we make possible.
Yes.
We'll be back next week with more. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer. Yeah.